we've seen Trump has freaked out a little bit more. There's the Chuds are definitely bugging. Actually, if we could go to this video really fast. Yeah, so they've broken out in prayer in some of these spots.
Wait, show
Which
that again.
let's see if I can go back to it. All right, there we go. So yeah, just to replay
Uh,
it. Yeah, they've broken out in prayer, which I mean is better than the alternative, right? When you're talking about some of these spots
yeah.
people have rolled up, um, people have rolled out in with guns, of course, predictably.
Um, they, um,
Yeah,
yeah,
pleading with God right before anger. I mean, it's pretty on brand for Christianity in some ways, but
they're, yeah, they are getting a little bit more, um, like they're not like there's not been any of the violent reactions that people were
not
talking
yet.
about,
Not yet.
but like,
They haven't declared him they haven't declared Biden the winner yet.
yeah, I think
I'm
there's
waiting for that.
going to be, but not like it's not going to be like a gunfight kind of thing. I think it's just going to be like more sort of like terrorism, right? They're going
Hmm.
to like go after sort of like cultural symbols and shit like that. Like maybe not like the eco-fash stuff like the El Paso shooter, but like
Right.
I could see them going after like immigrant neighborhoods or like LGBTQ spots, like, or even just kind of like places where liberals congregate, like that kind of thing. Um, but I don't think it's going to be any kind of like left versus right. Like maybe they'll do that. I mean, maybe they'll start like attacking protests and stuff more, but I don't think it's going to be. There's not going to be like an insurgency, right? Like an
Hmm.
uprising from the right. That's not going to
I
happen.
I mean I don't know yet. I want to see how they react to him actually losing, like that actually being declared, because the mindset from people now is that it's getting stolen, that this is sus, that there's something suspicious going on, as far as it being just straight taken. They and yeah, there's a good point from Chicago Badger over here. The people try to kidnap and assassinate Whitmer because they couldn't get their nails. Did you think they won't go out of bed for this? Yeah, I'm waiting for those people to actually have to deal with the reality that yeah, he's lost.
Yeah,
So
but like, what's going to change for them though? Like, it's not like you know their material conditions will certainly not be deprived. Like, there's not going to be like he's not going to like none of the stuff they fearmonger about is going to happen, right?
no, but
Like,
they
there's not
don't.
going to
But there's
be.
already been enough fear mongering that they won't even want to let it get to that point. That's the thinking for me, anyway. So as soon as
These fucking chuds, like, they're fomenting insurrection now. The kind of stuff they're saying, like,
here you go, see the same logic applied 6 months ago regarding Whitmer.
um,
So
um,
yeah, that's kind of the.
no, but Whitmer, they were experiencing material changes in their lives, though.
Mhm.
Like, they were being forced to stay home and not go to Applebee's and get their nails done. That was a real change that was actually occurring to them, right? If Joe
Right.
Biden wins, there might be some symbolic changes, like
Uh huh.
he's not going to like.
Well, he's gonna be tougher on COVID. He's gonna do He's gonna do some
Yeah,
restrictions,
but I
and
don't think he's going to do more lockdowns and
but and
even.
the main thing that they're gonna where I expect things to pop off is after they declare him the winner, after they declare Biden the winner, and they have to face that yeah he's lost, he's gonna leave, or
You
he's
don't
gonna
think
have to
they'll
leave.
try to?
At
Because like
that point is where
if they haven't already stopped the vote counts and stuff, I don't think they're going to, right?
yeah,
Like the time to do that already passed.
right.
So then what they would have to do, like it would be more of like a symbolic kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
after the tally's complete. They wouldn't be
Right.
able to affect anything with it. They couldn't, effectively do a coup. But then the fact that like they're getting bolder, like Lindsey Graham's going on TV and saying that he's
he said
donating to the
right. He's donating 500,000 to the legal team that like you had said, Matt. They did file a bunch of claims, and they all got thrown out as frivolous, even by Republican places where there's Republican secretaries of state. So,
and then the ones that they
four,
did win,
right?
were
Four
like,
actions were thrown out from Michigan, from the sound of it.
Yeah, and then they were like symbolic ones that they did win, and then they're going on TV talking like it's, they have broken the case wide open, like the Sharpie shit. It's like,
yeah, there's actually a thread of like debunking the various right-wing conspiracies that
you should watch this Lindsey Graham clip.
Let me go to the various things that they're talking about first. Let's see. Let me move us. So today in Nevada, Republicans held a news conference saying that a woman had a woman speak who alleged voter fraud, saying her ballot had been stolen and she was blocked from voting in person. But election officials in Clark County said the woman's story didn't hold up. Said that Clark County just addressed this on the record, and they investigated, spoke to the voter, and found the signature to be valid, gave her an opportunity to sign a statement challenging the ballot and signature, and she declined. In Detroit, a video was circulated by a conservative news site of what said was evidence of election fraud, claiming the ballots were being wheeled in to a voting center in a suspicious manner.
That's what they do with them.
But it turns out that video showed a cameraman loading equipment had no ballots. On election night, there were various claims on social media that Joe Biden had suddenly received huge numbers of votes while President Trump received none, but it was not true. Since the deleted tweet appeared that Joe Biden getting 100% of newly counted votes in Michigan, but the tweet's author has acknowledged those polls were inaccurate.
Wow.
And then, of course, people have sent me various claims of huge jumps in Biden's votes in Michigan and Wisconsin, and it didn't survive the fact check. Yeah, surprise there. And then there was another claim. This was funny. People born around 1900, which were voting absentee, this was quickly debunked. Many election management systems use 1900 as a missing data code. For the record, that have no discernible birth date when the state transitioned their paper records into an electronic system. Then Facebook blocked a bunch of different groups that were pushing evidence-free accusations of voter fraud.
Good.
So there's that. And then let's see, there was a report that election officials in Pittsburgh that were stopping the work for what seemed to be some Democrats' questionable reasons, but it turned out to be a different story. And we've also seen the claims about the Sharpie, and it's also not true.
The
Sharpie gate is not a thing. And then yeah,
I don't know, man. I think that is a thing though, because it was happening at my place. Like they had, they were leaking through the page. That is a thing that happens.
Right, but the issue is that it was invalidating the ballots, and they're saying it didn't. So,
I mean, why wouldn't it? I mean, I guess they would have to count it, but the machine probably would have a hard time counting it.
And
you know what I mean?
Let's see. Well, there was this other thing. They said that they claimed the ballots were being burned. Eric Trump being burned in Virginia Beach. There was a claim by Eric Trump. And yeah, there's no investigations based on any claim made by President Trump. So there's that.
Well, I see.
And then the other claim here about more votes than registered voters. That quickly fell apart as well.
Yeah.
Wisconsin has same-day voter registration.
No. Yeah, I don't think they're cheating. I mean,
no, there's, and then this was great. So there was no video of ballot stuffing in Michigan. A video of ballot stuffing is not from Flint, Michigan polling place. It was from Russia. Funny enough. So this is just some of the conspiracies that are circulating around right now, and they're all stupid and frivolous.
Cope harder, Chuds.
And yeah, it's a bunch of, that's exactly what it is. All that copium,
Hmm.
copious amounts of copium is
Yeah.
what